Hello everyone and welcome inside the Quad City Sports Center. As on this Saturday night, your Quad City Blues will be facing off against the Moines Oak Leafs here in this varsity squad matchup. As we get you the starting lineups. Starting in goal tonight for the Oak Leafs will be Kyler Peets.
Number 20, Chris Cunnin. On left defense, number 4, Charlie Clough. At center, number 3, Tyler Belling.
Of course, the Oak Leafs undefeated this season. Their varsity squad, that is, as the JV squad has just conquered the Des Moines Oak Leafs here on this Saturday night.
Quad City Blues. In goal, number 33, Reed Festing Smith.
Starting in goal tonight for your Quad City Blues will be Reed Festing Smith. On defense will be DeBiser,
Number 3, A.J. Richards.
joined by A.J. Richards.
25, Pete Calvert.
On forward will be Calvert.
On right wing, number 40, Brad Teplicki.
As well as Teplicki and Welser.
Coach for the Oak Leafs, Jeff Richard. Assistant coaches Rob Rose and Lucas Dubay. Quad City head coach Paul Baker. Assistant coaches Russ Teplicki and Joe Duke.
So again, your Blues will be trying to figure out this Des Moines varsity squad as we get set for the national anthem.
And Dan Holmes are the linesmen. And
So the varsity squad tonight will be looking to defeat this Des Moines team, as this varsity squad in Des Moines has still not been beaten yet this season, an 11-0-0-0 and count for them. 22 points, good for first place in the league. Of course, outscoring their opponents heavily, 76 goals for, 15 goals against. Of course, Quad City's third in the varsity standings, an 8-1-0-1 count for them, 17 points on the season, 51 goals for, 25 goals against. In their last 5, they are 5-0, and of course have not lost in the last 7 games. Players to watch for on this Des Moines team: Chris Cunnin, their leading point holder, and as a defenseman even, 9 goals with 15 assists. Of course, for Quad City, Josh Prygon, 5 goals and 13 assists, good for 18 points, leading his team. As we're about to get this first period underway here, Welser will be taking the draw against Vogel. Welser wins this one, cleaning back to DeBiser, sends it up the near wall. This one in on goal. Deflects that over to the far side, or near side rather, where it's taken up center along the far wall. Des Moines trying to break out here as they get out center ice. It's Vogel. Sends that one in. Loose along the far wall, now behind the net. DeBiser trying to clear it around, but it's joined by Welser. Sends that one up the near side for Calvert. As he tried to clear, not able to do it. Welser's second attempt, still kept in at the blue line, but Richard will collect on the far wall, gets it over the blue line. He's got DeBiser over on the near side, hits him on a pass. Crossing red, dumps inside the Des Moines zone as the Quad City's looking to get a change here. As Prygon off with speed, gets it in the far corner, takes a hit there from Clough. As the Oak Leafs looking to break out now. Headman pass over to the far wall, intended for Belling, but is broken up by the Blues. Now Garrett sends the pass down the near wall, intended for Heyman. This one misses the mark. His icing's waved off. Morris is after it in the far wall. Tips it into the corner. Prygon's on. He's got Heyman in front. Tried to center. It's still sitting there. And the goaltender comes up with a save as it squirted in on him as it was loose in front. Either way, it's cleared around the near wall. And Garrett's keeping it in there. Sends it to the front of the net, but it's picked off by Manzara. As the Oak Leafs in control now, looking to break out, sending out to center ice where it's Gertz to pick up for the Blues, sends it inside the Des Moines zone. Now they look to break out here, send inside the Quad City zone. Sent over to the far side. It's picked up by Hareberg, gets that one poked away as he tried to break out. George sends one down low, where he meets up by Dubé. It's tied up for it now on the far side, picked out. The Oak Leafs trying to get it to the front of the net, and it's Garrett's there to pick it off. Sends it up to the far wall. Hareberg takes a check there. A big shot from the point, deflects up and in front of the net, where the Blues trying to pick it up. That's knocked down into the far corner, near corner rather. As the Oak Leafs is able to get a change here. Headman pass from his own zone was ahead of the mark for Schmidt. And this one will cross 3 and go for icing here with 12:59 left to play in the first period in a scoreless game. Your Quad City Blues taking on the Des Moines Oak Leafs, still undefeated in regulation in this season so far. So the Blues looking to figure out this Des Moines varsity squad. This face-off will be to the right of the goaltender. Face-off tied up in the circle, won by the Oak Leafs, and a shot off the draw, saved by the goaltender. Alex Welser clears it up to the blue line for Teplicki. Headman for Calbear, a one-on-one, but he loses the puck as he tried to deep pass the defender, but the trailer, Welser picks it up, leads along the near wall for Teplicki, but is picked off by the Oak Leafs, sent back into center ice, where that one was just ahead of the stick of Howard. Now Teplicki takes a big hit along the far wall, but it's Welser inside the Des Moines zone, tried to center, deflects off a diving Oak Leaf. As it's on the far corner, it's Teplicki able to come out with it. Centers in front for Calbear, not able to get a shot off. And the Oak Leafs will collect on the loose puck. It's Beck, dumps inside the Quad City zone. This one behind the cage. Smith will leave that one for Richards, but he loses it behind there. Trying to center in front. That was Belling. Now it's loose along the far wall where Richards will get to it, ties up for it. And it's picked out by the Oak Leafs. Tried to center. That one squirts through the paint. No one there to knock it home. Now it's picked up by Calbear along the near wall. Makes his way across red. Dumps inside the Des Moines zone. After for the Oak Leafs will be Cunningham. Of course, Cunningham, their leading scorer on this team. As the Oak Leafs have trouble breaking out now as Hammond knocks over one of the members by net. Tried to center. No one there. And the Oak Leafs to collect. Send it up through neutral ice. It's Belling. Misfires on his pass. It's picked up by Morris. Headman for Prygon deflects off his stick inside the Des Moines zone. As loose in the far corner. Prygon gets there first. Centers out. It's Richards from the point. Fires. I apologize. That was Stegman with the shot. He shoots. He scores. Stegman's going to get the goal here. Fires it from the top of the slot. And the Quad Cities will take the early 1-0 lead over the Des Moines Oak Leafs. So a big boost here for the Quad Cities, getting that first goal here against this undefeated team, the Des Moines Oak Leafs, as plays in neutral ice. It's picked off by Herberg. He'll move back the other way, makes a deep pass to the defender, still with it, not able to get a shot off. It was knocked away at the last second. Now it's Moran over the far side, sends the top of the circle, divides over the shot, tipped in front, a couple of saves by the goaltender. It's still loose, but the referee is going to blow this one down. So not much the Quad Cities could do on that one. The referee lost sight of the puck, blows the play down. And in any event, the Des Moines Oak Leafs dodging a bullet there. Get that whistle in favor of their team. His face-off will be to the left of the goaltender. It'll be Welser taking it for the Quad Cities. Loses this one to the Oak Leafs, where it's behind the net, played by Clough, rather. As tied up in the near corner. Clough able to push it up to the near side. The Oak Leafs trying to break out here. And Welser delays that one, but they're still able to get through. It's George. Tried to deep pass to Beiser, but he loses the puck and gets knocked down. Welser clears around to the far wall where he finds Teplicki. Teplicki tips to the top of the circle. Where's Calbear? Through front. And able to dump inside the Des Moines zone with 10:39 left here in the first. Quad Cities able to get a change here. Prygon on the forecheck, able to poke the puck away. Bounces over to Heyman, back to Prygon. However, the Blues were offside as it was tipped over the line ahead of the play. And we'll have a face-off. This one in front of the Des Moines bench. Taking for the Quad Cities will be Prygon. As this one is dropped, the Blues win it. It's Stegman to clear around the near wall. And it'll be the Oak Leafs to collect there, but it's Heyman who pressures it in the corner. A shot from the half wall doesn't get through. Follow-up by Prygon and a pad save. Now the Oak Leafs able to clear back out to neutral ice. It's Stegman back in his own zone, sends it up to the near wall. And Prygon able to get a hack at it, sends it back up to the Des Moines line where it's collected, sent back into neutral ice where Stegman collects that red, dumps into the near corner. Quad Cities off for a change. 9:56 left in this first period. Des Moines trying to break out now. It's Beck, headman, picked off by Herberg. Sends it up for Schmidt, this one inside the zone. Icing waved off as Schmidt ties up for it behind the net. Puck still sitting there. And now the Oak Leafs able to free it out, pass along the far wall. That one for Digman. He'll send it center ice for Beck. Beck dumps inside the Quad City zone. Festing Smith plays it behind his own net, leaves it for DeBeiser. As the Oak Leafs will offer a change there. And DeBeiser's headman pass will roll the length of the ice for icing. And we'll have a face-off inside the Quad City zone with 9:26 left in the first period. Face-off will be to the right of the goaltender. Take the draw for the Quad Cities will be Welser. He'll face off against Vogel. His draw is won by the Oak Leafs, where it's Belling. Out to the point for Klopp. Sends that one down to the near wall where Welser picks it off. Calbert now ahead for Teplicki. Misfires on that pass. As a result, the Oak Leafs able to collect. But it's their head man picked off by Welser. And on that, fires a laser over the net. Out Teplicki tries to play it behind. Bounces back to Teplicki. Plays it around to the near side where Welser's after it. Not going to get there in time. And Oak Leafs able to clear it inside the Quad City zone. It'll be Gertz to get there. Sends it on the far side with the backhand. Hits Teplicki, has trouble handling the shot. A shot from the point now. And a save by Festing Smith as it's loose along the near wall. Centered in front for, I believe that was George. He's not able to get a shot off as the defense clustered around him. And the Quad Cities now send this one the length of the ice. And this will go for icing with 8:39 left to play here in the first period. As face-off again to the right of Smith. As we line up to take this one, it'll be Prygon. Facing off against Weaver. Weaver wins this one to George. George with a shot. Stick save by Festing Smith. Now head man for Prygon. Dumps inside the Des Moines zone. This one just wide of the cage. Prygon gets there first on the near side as he got his wheels going. As collected by the Oak Leafs behind their own net, looking to move out. Sends it up the far wall. Morris almost knocks that one down. Not able to get a stick on it. It's Weaver inside the Quad City zone. Gets picked off. It's Prygon. Prygon crossing red. Dumps it into the near corner for Heyman. Heyman gets there, ties up for it now. Morris joining in, trying to free it up. He will. Center it in front for Prygon. Prygon still with it, fires a shot, and I believe that one deflected wide. We're going to have a whistle here, a tripping call. This one on the Oak Leafs. Let's see who's headed out to the box. It will be Weaver headed out to the box for the Oak Leafs. With 8:01 left to play here in the first period. The Blues on top 1-0. Of course, this varsity squad fresh off a win last night over the Ames Little Cyclones. A 6-0 final in that one as we line up for the draw inside the Des Moines zone, won by the Blues. It's played up in front of the slot. Calbert with a spinorama. Can't put it on net. It's Teplicki collecting the far side. Out to the point for DeBiser. Holding. Back down low. It's Teplicki half wall. Sends it behind the net. There's Welser. Skating out to the near side. Makes his way over to the corner. He's pressured. Still with it. As he skates behind the net, looking for that pass, hits Teplicki. Teplicki, backhand up to Welser on the far wall. Now behind the net is Teplicki. Tried to center in front for Calbert. Stick to side, still loose up in the high slot now. As Herberg tried to get out to the point for DeBiser, gets that one knocked off. As Hammer makes his way up for it, but the Blues able to gain control. As it's Herberg over the line. Nice little toe drag, leaves it for Calbert. Not able to get a shot off. As a Belling back checked all the way. Then break up that play. Now it's Prygon at his own line, sends it ahead for DeBiser. He'll skate down the near wall, dumps that one in towards the net, deflected aside by the netminder, where Morse is on it in the far side, gets pushed off the puck, but Prygon's there to collect. Prygon mishandles it. As a result, the Oak Leafs able to clear it up to the blue line, where Gertz picks up, holding there, sends it down low as Teplicki, missed that one, leaves it for Prygon. Prygon holding behind the net, looking to get this one set up here. Teplicki, top of the circle, fires a shot off the side of the net, deflects up into the netting, and out of play. So 6:45 remaining in the first, a 1-0 Quad City lead. Face-off will be to the right of the Des Moines netminder. Kyler Pyatt. Prygon to take this one, wins it to the far wall. It's Gertz. Plays it up to the blue line. Welser, top of the slot, sends it down low. Prygon tried to center that one in front, bounces back to Prygon, still loose in the slot. And now the Oak Leafs able to clear it back inside the Quad City zone where Gertz is after it. 30 seconds left on the Quad City man advantage. Gertz in the far corner in his own zone looking to get this unit up ice. Sends it ahead. It's Heyman. Catches that one on the backhand. Sends it inside the Des Moines zone. After it's Morris, but it's played behind the net by Pyatt. And now Morris crashes into the Des Moines cage, knocks it off the Mornings, and we're going to have a face-off. This one will come outside the zone since it was knocked off by a Blues player. So 6 minutes and 18 remaining in the first. Face-off just outside the Des Moines line. Welser to take it, facing off against Minard. And Minard loses this one. It's played up to the blue line by the Blues, where it's Teplicki after, but it's collected first by the Oak Leafs, where Digman sends it up over the boards and out of play. So let's line up and try this one again. This time it'll be in front of the Des Moines bench, just inside their line, where Welser will take it for the Quad Cities. And he wins this one. Welser controlling along the far wall. Nice little deep, trying to get to the front of the net. Gets it knocked away at the last second by Kunanen, who sends it the length of the ice. This one killing off the rest of his team's penalty, whereas DeBiser hits Teplicki on the far side. Teplicki's pass gets picked off. Now Teplicki gets it back, able to skate through neutral ice, crossing red. Makes his way over the blue line, drops for Calvert. Calvert had trouble handling it. It's picked off. The Oak Leafs back the other way. It's Digman. Digman sends it into neutral ice. After it is Kunanen. He loses that one to Moran. Moran still with it on the far side, able to dump it inside the zone. Kunanen's after it for the Oak Leafs, holding it in the far corner, tips it up along the far wall. That one for Fagan. Now it's Moran to join him over there as they battle for it. Herberg able to knock it free. Herberg skating behind the net, wraps that one in front. Schmidt was there, but it just deflected wide. And back behind the cage where Kunanen plays it up to the left side and makes it into neutral ice, where Herberg collects, sends it across for DeBiser. He almost was picked off there. Out Schmidt over red, dumps inside the Des Moines zone as he takes a big check from Clough. The Oak Leafs looking to break this one up ice. Now it's Beck. Beck holding, headman pass, over and across red. It will be Tyler Belling. Dumps inside the zone, not too far as Heyman was there. Gets that ahead for Prygon, deflects over his stick, and back to the Des Moines line where it's played up for Vogel. Gets that one cross up for Belling, over the line, on net, fires a shot, saved by the goaltender. Now the Quad Cities are going to be nailed with a penalty here. So let's see who's headed out to the box for the Quad Cities, as Tyler Belling was hauled down from behind. So with 4 minutes and 39 seconds left in the first period, the Quad Cities will go on the PK as Stegman's headed off to the box. This faceoff will be taken by Moran. He'll meet Belling in the circle. As we get set to take this one, Moran wins it back into the far corner, but to get there first is Belling. Sends it up to the half wall. Takes a funny bounce along the wall. Gets it out to the point for Clough. Clough mishandles that one. Moran's after it, and he could get there, and he will. He's over the line, top of the far circle. He's got Teplicki with him, tried to connect on a pass. Gets picked up, and it's Kunanen back the other way. Crossing the Quad City line, makes his way down the near side, tried to crash towards the net, was pushed off by DeBiser. He'll skate up to the far wall, now out to the point, it's Clough. Back to Kunanen on the half wall, makes his way up to the blue line, now sends it cross over in the near corner where it's tied up with DeBiser, and the Blues able to knock it free and send it the length of the ice. 1 minute and 20 left on the Quad City penalty. 3:57 left here in the first. Now making his way up ice. A headman intended for Kunin. It's broken up, and now the puck is going to deflect over the boards and out of play. So we'll have a face-off. This one should be in neutral ice. To take the draw for the Quad Cities, it will be Prygon. Prygon facing off against Vogel. And Vogel wins this one. Back to Fager. He'll play it. Out back to Fager. Sends that one center ice where it's deflected inside the Quad City zone by Hammer. And the Blues able to collect on that. It was Richard sending it the length of the ice. Or Pyatt plays it behind his own net. The Oak Leafs looking to gain neutral ice at least, but it's broken up by Prygon. He'll skate up to the far wall, now down low, sends a shot in, and an easy save by the goaltender. As it's played up along the near side, now behind the net is Manzera. He'll send that one up to the far wall where Welser knocks down one of the Oak Leafs. As that was Digman, now it's back the other way, shot poked away by Festing Smith. So a big chance there, broken up, but it was Hammer who got the chance for the Oak Leafs. Either way, it's Manzera back the other way, sends it down the near side. That one misses the mark and will go for icing. So the Quad Cities getting a face-off inside the Des Moines zone with 2:56 left in the first. 17 seconds remaining on the Quad City penalty. Face-off will be to the left of Pyatt. As players line up for the draw, it'll be Herberg, who loses this one to the Oak Leafs. It's Cunnin in his own zone. sends a pass up center ice and nails that one cleanly as it's Dubé fires a shot wide of the net to collect on the far side. Will be George. Sends that one out to the point where it's Kunin. Fires a shot and a pad save by Smith. Follow-up chance from top of the far circle shot up and over. Now it's DeBiser and the near side doing battle there. And the Blues able to chip it up the wall after it's Heyman. This one inside the Des Moines zone, but it will go for icing as Heyman was just short of the puck as it crossed the goal line. So 2:26 left to play here in the first. The Quad Cities has just killed off their penalty. Take the draw for the Quad Cities will be Prygon as he'll face off against Minard. Prygon wins this one. Back to the near wall where it's Stegman. He'll play it up. Prygon loses that one where it's sent behind the net. Gertz clearing it up to the near wall. This one makes it out to center ice where it's Prygon ahead for Heyman. A 3-on-1 if they hurry. It's Heyman. Deeks past the defender and gets it sticked away by Kunin at the last moment. And now it's a Des Moines rush back the other way. It's Beck over the blue line, but the Oak Leafs are going to come in offside. So this face-off will be just outside the Quad City line. To take it will be Moran as he'll face off against Minard. As we get set to drop this one, won by the Oak Leafs where it's Kunin back in his own zone to collect. He's pressured by Schmitz, getting behind his own net now. Kunin fires a pass up to the far side. His member had trouble handling that one, bounces into neutral ice where it's played by Richards. Sends it up to the wall, but it bounces off Kunin into his own bench. As we line up to take this one with 1:51 left in the first. Face-off will be in front of the Quad City bench. Moran to take it against Vogel. Moran wins this one into the near side in his own zone where it's DeBiser. Collects, sends it up ahead. That one inside the Des Moines zone after it's Herberg. He's going to get there in the near corner. Tried to deep pass the defender and lost the handle. Vogel now collects, sends it up to the far wall where it's sent over to the near side. No one there. Schmidt collects on it, sends it back inside the zone where he stands up by Manzarez. As played back inside the neutral zone, is tied up along the near wall. 1:23 left in the first. Head man across the line is Tyler Belling. Drops it. It'll be Manzara. Fires a shot, saved by Schmidt as he was covered by Hammer, trying to screen him. As puck is sent inside the Des Moines zone, where it's collected by Fagan. He'll leave that one in front of his own net and sends it ahead. Intended for Vogel, but misses the mark, and this will go for icing. So we'll have a face-off. This one inside the Des Moines zone with 1:01 left. In this first period, again, the Blues on top 1-0 from that goal. Stegman. And Welser takes this one, loses it to the Oak Leafs. It's George down the near side, sends that one center ice where it's picked up by Gertz. He'll send that one inside the Des Moines zone. Icing waved off. Kunin behind his own net, pressured by Calvert, able to get a pass off, intercepted by Teplicki. Teplicki tries to move in, gets it picked away. Welser even tries to get a shot off, not able to get it through. At the blue line, it's Gertz, not able to hold the line as it's sent inside the Quad City zone. This one behind the net. 35 seconds left here in the first. Stegman pass along the far wall. It's Teplicki. Gets it ahead for Welser. That one just off his stick into neutralize. Clough plays it back in the zone. Teplicki on it, sends it up to the far wall. There it's Welser. Welser sends it ahead for Calvert. Had trouble handling that one. 20 seconds left. It rolls in on goal. As Kunin plays it up to the near wall, intercepted by Gertz. Sends that one in from neutralize. In on the goaltender, steers that one aside. Now sitting behind his own net, it's Clough. As he's pressured by Prygon, forced to move out. Now sends it neutralized. Ahead for Weaver. Missing the pass is Dubé. Fires a shot. Stick save by Smith. Puck in the near corner. And that's how this one's going to end here in this first period. After one period of play, it's 1-0 in favor of your Quad City Blues, trying to figure out this Des Moines Oak Leafs team. And it seems that they have done it here in this first period with a 1-0 lead after one.
At the end of one period of play, Quad City.
Hello everyone and welcome back. We're about to get the second period underway. Your Quad City Blues taking on the Des Moines Oak Leafs here on this Saturday night. After one period of play, it's 1-0 in favor of the Blues. Trying to beat out this Des Moines Oak Leaf team who is still undefeated in regulation this season in the NHSHL. So after one period of play, the Oak Leafs held scoreless. And in fact, shots in that first period in favor of the Quad Cities, 11 to Des Moines 4. Either way, we're about to line up here. It'll be Welser, joined by Calvert, Teplicki, DeBeiser, and Richards. Welser to take the draw and loses this one to the Oak Leafs, where it's pushed back inside the Quad City zone, played up to the far wall, where Welser gets his stick on it, makes his way over his own blue line, headman for Teplicki, picked off by Vogel. That one's sent inside the Quad City zone after it's Richard. He'll collect in the far corner, tried to send it around. He was intercepted by the Oak Leafs, sent around in the near wall, where Teplicki takes up, gets it out to neutralize, where it's picked up by Calvert. He'll make his way over to the Moines line, trying to center that one in front, picked off by Vogel. He'll send around his own net, now it's up to the near side. There's picked up by DeBeiser. He'll send that one down low, where it's cleared up by the Oak Leafs. On the hard around, it's Calvert, sends that one behind the net, where it's Welser. Has to send that out. Where Belling able to get out to neutralize, where it's Richards to pick up. 14-15 left in the second. Richards up to the near side, intended for Teplicki, had trouble handling that one. As the Oak Leafs back the other way, hammered. Not able to stay with the play, and the Quad Cities, as a result, able to clear it inside the Des Moines zone. As Klopp from behind his own net, gets it up to the neutralized surfboard. Dubé clears it inside the Quad City zone. That's one behind the cage. DeBeiser knocks off one of the Oak Leafs. Gears collects on the loose puck. Either way, we have a delayed Des Moines penalty, I believe. Or will this one be on the Quad Cities? I believe it will be. So let's see who's going off to the box. This will be a Quad City penalty. It's DeBeiser. He'll get 2 minutes for, I believe, a head check. Either way, this will put the Quad Cities on an early second period penalty kill. With a face-off to the left of their own goaltender. Taking up the Quad Cities will be Moran, facing off against Belling. Belling wins this one back to the blue line, where it's Klopp. They'll play that one along the half wall, where it's Weaver, leads it down low. Belling after it, it's met up by Gertz. Gertz tying this one up, but it's Weaver who is able to free it up. Leaves it for Belling behind the net, sends it up to the far wall, where it's Cunnin, controlling on the far wall, sends it out to the blue line, where it's George. Holding there. Has trouble with it, sends it across for Klopp, sends that one down low after it's Gears for the Quad Cities, behind his own net, ties up there, but it's knocked free as Cunnin controlling, sends out to the blue line for George, winds up with a big shot, and a save by Smith, and he's able to hang on, leaves no rebound. We'll line up for a draw inside the Quad City zone, a minute and 22 left on this Des Moines man advantage, 13:09 left to play here in the second period. Off to the left of Smith. Pregon to take it to the Quad Cities. Face-off is a one by the Blues. It's Gears back in the near corner. Trying to tie up with it once again. Belling's there, challenging him, along with Weaver. As Pregon frees it up, sends it up the near wall. This one will make it the length of the ice. As Pyatt's out to play it for the Oak Leafs. Leaves it for George behind the net. Makes his way in front. Sends it back out to the far side for Cunnin, who upends. Calvert, or Gertz rather, stands him up. That's Welser along the near wall, trying to break inside the lines, picked off in the Oak Leafs with a chance to collect here and get back up ice. Headman for Cunnin, that misfired. As a result, the Blues send it back inside the Moines territory. To collect behind his own net, it'll be Claw, skating up the near side, challenged by Herberg, makes it past him, and misfires on a pass as icing's waved off. I'm not sure why. Either way, play inside the near corner. A Stegman's knocked over. Centering attempt, deflects in on net, and Preston Smith with a save. And what a save by Smith as he got from the left side to the right. Lightning fast to make the save. Keeps his team up by one. Over to the Moines Oak Leafs. As face-off will be to the right of Preston Smith to take up the Quad Cities. Where it's played at the blue line, sent across from Manzara. He tips that one in front, sends it in front rather, tipped wide. Or it's Beck in the near corner on it, sends it over the far side. Back out to the blue line for Fagan, holding there, sends it up to the half wall where it's Menard. He fires a shot, saved by Preston Smith, still loose in front as it pops into the slot where Morris finds it and chips it up into the own territory. As Manzara to pick up behind his own net, pressured by Heyman. And as he loses the handle for a second, but able to collect on it once again. Manzara from his own end, sends a headman pass up. Now it's, I believe that was Dignan who had trouble handling the pass. And up to the far wall by the Blues, but it's picked off and back the other way. It's Manzara. Makes his way down the near side in the circle. Centers that one in front. Feston Smith makes the original save, and now the Moines Oak Leafs are going to get the goal here on a second attempt. Smith made one save that bounced up in front, and one of the Oak Leafs knocked it home in on the rebound. I'm not sure who it was. We'll have to get the official call on that goal. I'm not sure who it was in front. Face off at center ice to be taken by Welser. He lines up for this one and wins it cleanly. Whereas Deviser crossing red, dumps inside of the Moines zone, losing in their corner after Templey. He takes a big check there. It's played up behind the net with Calvert trying to collect. Not able to get there in time. Oak Leafs moving up to the far wall. Headman pass to Belling now. Makes his way over the line. In on net, fires, and a pass saved by Feston Smith. House in the near corner, collected by the Oak Leafs, and out to the point for Cunning. Tries to send that one in front off the stick of Welser, and it's a 3-on-2 back the other way. Welser drops for Teplicki. He's got Calvert in front, sends a pass to flex behind the net. It's Calvert playing it behind for Welser, sent out front. This one makes it to the blue line, but Richards fires a shot over the net. The Deviser collects on it on the half wall. There's either for Welser. Welser tried to get it cross-eyed for Calvert, but it was picked off by Belling and forced back into the blue zone where it's Teplicki. Headman broken up by Vogel, but the Des Moines Oak Leafs will come in offside. So a face-off will be in front of the Des Moines bench. This one just outside the Quad City line. Either way, face-off is a one by the Oak Leafs, where it's Weaver who plays it in offside. No whistle yet, as apparently the Des Moines retreated over the line and back onside. It's sent in front. George with a shot and a save by Smith. And he's able to get on the rebound, but it's knocked free. Sent over to the near side where Prygon skates it around, sends it up to the wall. It's kept in by Clough, and we're going to have a whistle. And I believe this is a head-checking call. Now, I'm not sure who this one is on. Let's see who's heading out to the box for the Leafs. It will be George. So Robbie George going to the box from the Oak Leafs. This will give the Quad Cities a 2-minute power play with 10:10 left in the second period. The Quad Cities getting the change now. As face-off will be just outside the Quad City line. Welser takes it. Weaver wins it. Weaver sends it inside the Quad City zone where it's picked up by Gert. Gert sends it back up along the far side where it's collected by the Oak Leafs and sent in. And again, another whistle.
Penalty number 38, Robbie George. 2 minutes for head check. At 4:50 of the second period.
Go inside to the Moines zone. I believe it must have been a high sticking call. Either way, Weaver will take it for the Oak Leafs, facing Welser. Let's see who wins this one. It will be the Oak Leafs. And as a result, they are able to send it to length. In on net, it's Smith. Steers it over to the near side. Deviser collects in the corner. As he holds there, he's pressured by Weaver in front. Deviser makes his way down the near side, sends a pass to Teplicki. Teplicki makes his way, crossing red, dumps down the near wall. Behind the net, it's Pius who plays it. Sends it up over the near wall, where it's collected by Teplicki. Makes it cross for Herberg. That pass just ahead of the mark. It's along the near wall now, back behind the net. Gets over to the near side. There it was Dignan who got a stick on it. And the Oak Leafs able to get it back inside the Quad City zone. Teplicki collects top of the near circle, sends it up the left wing wall for Deviser. Deviser backhand pass, looking for Teplicki, broken up. Now it's Calvert along the near wall. It's taken away. It's Dignan into the zone. He's got Weaver in front. Weaver not able to get a stick on it. And now we're going to have a whistle. A tripping call. This one on the Quad Cities. It'll be Deviser headed off to the box for the Quad Cities. 2 minutes for tripping. So this will even it up. We'll stay 4 aside for the next 58 seconds. After which Des Moines will gain a power play. 9:09 left to play here in the second. Prygon taking his all inside his own zone, wins it to the far wall where it's Morris. Tries to get up to Prygon. Will hit him at center ice. Makes his way to the circle. Dumps inside to the Moines zone. Prygon gets there first on his own dumping. Tries to send that one in front. Cuts off Cunning's skate. Cunning sends it up to the near wall for Belling. Low cross red inside the Quad City zone. Nifty with a move. Belling with a shot. And a glove save by Smith. A nifty move by Belling. Either way, Smith comes up big with a glove save. He's going to keep his team in a tie game with 8:49 remaining on the clock in the second. Prygon will once again take the draw, wins this one in the near corner. Here's Kurz along the far wall after it's Morris. McCunnen's going to get there first. Has trouble handling it, bounces into the far corner. McCunnen's with it again behind the net. Makes his way into the near corners. He knocked down one of the Quad City members, trying to set up a one-timer at the point. The Oak Leafs had trouble handling it. That would have been Sean Fagan. Now the Oak Leafs retreating back into neutral ice. There's Belling. Dodges a hit from Morris. There's Fagan over the line. Makes his way down the far wall. He's got Kunin up top. He'll try to send it up for Belling. Not able to get that one. As it goes over to the far side. Tried to send it in front. Deflects off the skate. Geertz behind his own net. Sends it up to the far wall. Stegman's after it, but Fagan's going to get there first. As he hits Stegman. Stegman gets a pass up to Prygon, who takes a hit. Either way, puck inside neutral ice. It's Kunin up to Belling. Inside the Quad City zone, George has got a man breaking Clough in front. A shot and a save by Smith. What a save by the Quad City netminder as he got back and forth like lightning. Keeps his team in a tie game. Puck inside the Quad City zone. It's Belling playing it down low. After it's Geertz in the near corner. Ties up for it. Morris joining in. Morris gets it out, but up to the blue line where Kunin whips on a shot. Is back into neutral ice. Clough plays it down low. Geertz is after it. 7:29 left in the second. 20 seconds left on the Quad City penalty. Kunin winds up with a laser. Sends that one wide. And on the hard around, it makes it all the way out inside the Des Moines zone. After it's Clough collects behind his own net, holding there. He's pressured by Teplicki, top of the hash mark. Clough sends it to the far side. There's Kunin. He'll hit a near side pass. That was George. Had trouble handling that one. Deflected off the skate inside the Quad City zone. Richards will collect in the far side, but loses it to the Oak Leafs. A centering attempt broken up by the Visor. Sends up to his own blue line where Teplicki gets a stick on it, but not for long. As it's tipped away from him, sent back inside the Quad City zone. Geertz on it behind the net. Tips it over to the near side where the Visor is on it. Sends up for Teplicki. Tried to clear, but not out. Kept in by Digman. Now in front of that shot saved by Festing Smith. Got the pad on it. That's Fagan at the point, trying to keep it in. It's broken up by Welser. And Welser trying to get to it, not able to. As it was Manzara able to get a stick on it first. Ahead for Weaver. Fires a shot from the blue line and a nifty glove save by Festing Smith. As it was teed up from the blue line. So 6 minutes and 28 seconds in this second period. A 1-1 game here inside the Quad City Sports Center. Face-off is a one by the Oak Leafs. It's played in the near corner. Vogel centers out front and a save by Festing Smith. As Smith's on it in the far side, makes his way from neutral ice, comes inside to the Moines zone. To get there first will be Hareberg. He takes a hit from the near side, still with the play, but now it's cleared up to the near wall. And Belling able to move out. Crossing red now inside the Quad City zone. Dumps it behind the net. Belling gets there first. Trying to backhand pass that one up to Vogel in front. It's broken up by the Blues defense. Now Hareberg collects for the Blues as they look to break up ice. Hareberg crossing red. Over the Des Moines line down the near side. Drops to Schmidt. Not able to handle that one. It's Belling to pick up. We're going to have a whistle here. It's going to be an interference call. This one will be on Vogel. As he'll sit for the next two with 5:49 remaining in the second. Face-off will be to the right of Pilot. Prygon gets the draw for the Quad City. And he's joined by Morris, Heyman, Geertz, and Stegman. Prygon wins this one cleanly. At the point, it's Stegman. He'll fire a shot in wide, looking for the tip, but a save by the goaltender as Geertz tried to tip it in. So again, we'll line up and try this one. Prygon will once again take it as he wins this one. Prygon controlling on the near wall. Leaves it for Morris. Morris controlling up to Prygon on the half wall. Holding there, down for Morris. Prygon breaking to the net, misfires on that one. Out to the point of Heyman. Get that one towards the net, and Des Moines are able to clear it. As Stegman's after it. It's played by Festing Smith behind the net. Stegman collects there, sends it down in the near corner where it's Geertz. Sends it cross corner for Stegman. Back to Geertz in the near corner. 5:17 left here in the second period rather. A minute and 24 left on the Quad City man advantage. As a headman pass for Heyman is over the line. He had trouble handling that one. Dubé sends it up to the far side where Morris collects, fires a shot, doesn't make it through. Heyman's on it in the far corner, half wall, it's Morris. Back to Heyman. Heyman holding behind the net, now makes his way back to the far corner. Finds Geertz breaking, shot, doesn't get through, deflects into the slot. Geertz still with it, lost in his feet. Gets it down low to Prygon, back to Geertz, top of the near circle. Fires a shot, deflects off the shin guard. As Heyman, half wall on the far side, holding on the right wing wall, fires a shot, deflects off his shin guard as Claw got in the way. Now it's Prygon behind the net, makes his way to the corner. Prygon, top of the far circle for Heyman, fires a shot, stolen by the goaltender, big rebound, cleared out, but only to the blue line. Sent cross ice for Prygon, down low in the far corner, holding there. 30 seconds left on this power play. Prygon sends it behind, it's Morris. Not able to get a stick on it as it takes a funny bounce back into the slot with the man, able to clear the length of the ice. Now Festing Smith to play it for the Oak Leafs. Challenge him. He's forced to send it around the near side. Geertz can't handle that one. Weaver is at the blue line to collect. His pass goes nowhere. It's picked off by Welser up for Teplicki. Makes his way inside the Moines zone. Not able to get much on that one. As Des Moines collects on the puck and sends it the length of the ice. 3:49 left here in the second. As Des Moines returns back to full strength. Teplicki from his own zone. Finds Tobias, center ice. Dumps it inside the Des Moines zone. After it's Calvert, leaves it for Welser in the far corner. Makes his way up the wall. Sends it to the point. Tobias fires a shot. Tipped in front and a save. Still loose in front. Another shot and a save by Pyatt. Calvert got a couple of shots there. Either way, it's Belling from his own zone. Headman broken up by the Visor at center ice. Sends that one back inside the Des Moines zone. The collect behind the zone net will be Fagan. Sends it up to the near wall for Belling. Sends that one cross ice, again broken up at center circle. Where Schmidt skating down the near wall. Gets picked off by Weaver. He'll skid over the Quad City line. Tries to deep pass Richards. Richards knocks it to the far wall, near wall rather. Now Richards crushes Weaver along the wall. As a result, the Blues able to move back the other way. It's a 2-on-2. Herberg has Schmidt with him. Herberg trying to deep pass the defender. Keenan. It's deflected wide behind the net. Played over the far wall where Weaver puts it out in the center ice. Stegman loses that one. It's inside the Quad City zone. Geertz on it. He's challenged by Belling in the far corner. Geertz forced to center on the near wall where Stegman collects. He sends that up to his own blue line. Herberg whiffs on an attempt, but gets it up to Moran anyway, or dumps it inside the Des Moines zone. Keenan clears around the near wall as he finds Setterstrom. Now back to Kunin. Of course, Des Moines' leading scorer, Kunin, from behind his own net. Hits Larson on the pass. Larson sends it cross ice, misses that one, where it's Geertz to collect on the far side, sends it over to the near wall, where Morris gets nailed from behind, and this is going to be a delayed penalty as Des Moines touches up. Morris absolutely got crunched from behind, and Larson's heading out to the box. No argument on that one, as that was a blatant check from behind with 2 minutes and 1 second left in the second. This will give the Quad Cities a power play. As it looks, it will only be a 2 minute, but still a chance for the Quad Cities to go up by one. And now we're going to have another Oak Leaf headed off to the box. And I'm not sure who it was. It might have been Boswick. I'm not sure. Either way, Herberg plays it inside the Des Moines zone. To get there first will be Kunin. We are 5-on-4, although there are two members inside the box. As Kunin breaks the other way down the far wall. He's pressured by Teplicki. Takes a hit behind the net. And Teplicki able to move out with it. Pass along the far wall. It's Calvert. Had to put on the brakes as he had trouble with it. Sends it inside the Moines zone, but it's played back in the center ice by the Oak Leafs.
2 minutes.
Now it's played up to the near wall. Nelson able to get a stick on it. Trying to keep it in, but it bounces out into the high slot where Kunin's able to send it inside the Quad City zone. Festing Smith leaves that one for the Visor. The Bison holding behind his own net. 1:13 left on this Quad City man advantage. 1:11 left in the second as we get a whistle as the puck deflected into the Quad City bench. So 1:11 in the second, a 1-1 game here inside the Quad City Sports Center on this Saturday night. Trigon taking the draw for the Blues. Wins this one to Morris, center ice. Over the Des Moines line, dumps it inside. Trigon's after it, collects behind the net. He plays with it in the near corner. Sends it to the half wall to Morris. Back down to Trigon in the corner. Out to the point of Gert. Gert at the blue line, send it back down low. It's Trigon. Trigon out to the point of Stagen. Down to the far corner. It's Payman. Sends that one behind the net where Trigon takes up. Sends it, banks it off the near wall to Gert. Then banks back to Morris along the wall. Bleeds it for Trigon in the near corner. Trigon with Morris behind the net, makes his way over to the far side. It's Trigon behind the net, tries to wrap it around. Shot saved by Pyatt. Puck still loose, bounces behind the net. But Morris takes up, sends it out to the point for Stagen. Back to Morris down the half wall. Morris holding there as he's got Gert breaking, but still holding. Gert sends it up to Trigon in the near circle. Trigon makes his way to the goal line. Put it in front, a shot and a save by Pyatt. So the Blues doing an excellent job of controlling the zone on this power play. However, not able to get much in front. So 12.5 left in the second period. 11 seconds remaining on the Quad City man advantage. That play can take the draw for the Quad City. Loses this one, bounces into the near corner. Tried to clear it out with the Oak Leafs, and now we're going to have a delayed Quad City penalty. A hooking ball going to Welser. It up for the next 6 seconds. We'll stay 4 on. Now we'll go 4 on 4. Face off. Inside to the Moines zone. Actually, continues outside of the Moines. Off against Weaver. Trigon even taking the draw. Trigon loses this one. The Oak Leafs played inside the Quad City zone after the Bison, pressured by Kunin. The Bison plays it up in the far corner. As the buzzer sounds. And that'll end the second period of play. After 2, it's a 1-1 game here inside the Quad City Sports Center. What's up, Brad? Hello everyone and welcome back. We're about to get this third period underway. After 2 periods of play, it's a 1-1 game here inside the Quad City Sports Center. Draw at the start of the third period, won by the Blues, played up inside the Des Moines zone where it's Kunin controlling along the near wall, sends that one up into neutral ice. The Bison knocks over Weaver. Puck inside the Quad City zone. Richards whips on it, trying to clear it around the far side wall. Now it's the Bison, tries to play behind, but is picked up. And it's Weaver controlling out to the blue line for Kunin and Clough, who have trouble handling. Now puck deflects over the Blues bench and out of play. So we'll have a face-off. This one just outside the Quad City line. It'll be Trigon taking it for the Quad Cities, facing off against Belling. Belling wins this one, back to Clough. Clough sends it across for Kunin, dumps inside the Quad City zone. On the hard around far side is Richards in the corner, tied up by George. As Belling also joins in, able to poke it free. Trigon now with it. It's tied up once again. Now puck drifts behind the net, and it's tied up on the net. Both teams trying to free it up as it now bounces behind the end wall. It's Belling, plays it up to the far side. Out to the point there, it's Clough. Winds up with a big shot, saved by Smith. Deflects over to the near side, where Weaver collects, top of the near circle, holding there. 50 seconds left on this Des Moines power play. It's sent behind the net, there's DeBiser. He'll clear it up to the far wall. Back to himself, able to get this one out to center ice, but it deflects off Clough into the Quad City bench. So we'll have a face-off again outside the Quad City zone. With 13:50 left to play in the third. 43 seconds left on the Des Moines man advantage as Des Moines plays it inside the Quad City zone, but it's Gertz who plays it back up. excuse me. As Manzara from his own end sends the pass out to the near side wall for Fager, has trouble handling it. As a result, Teplicki gets a piece of it, sends it inside the Des Moines zone. It's Manzara heading now for Vogel, who couldn't hold into that one. There's Geertz, sends it up to the Des Moines line, where it's Manzara in front of his own net. Sends one center ice, intended for, I believe that was Digman. Yeah, that one misses the mark. Either way, Vogel collects on the far side, sends it out to the point. There it's Fager, back to Vogel. Vogel fires a shot, saved by Smith, puck loose, and a diving Festing Smith gets a stick on it. What a save. Al Vogel fires from the half wall, doesn't get through, deflects out to the point, it's Manzara, sends it to the near wall. It's Vogel, sends one in front, saved by Smith, puck loose. It doesn't get through the net, as I believe the Oak Leafs trying to fire it again. Cleared up to the far wall where it's Teplicki. The Okolette crosses red, dumps inside the Des Moines zone. Quad Cities with a chance to get a change here. 12:40 left in the third. As we've just witnessed a highlight reel save by Festing Smith, diving, making the stick save in front of the goal line. Play inside the Des Moines zone. It's Manzara. Clears it over to the near wall, where it's taken up by DeBiser for the Quad Cities. Fires it in front, deflects just wide of the net. And it's loose on the far side where it's cleared behind. Manzara collects behind his own net, holding there. It's a pass over on the far side, or near side rather, for George. Tries to get that one out center ice by Weaver, but it's picked off by Pryguy. It sends it inside the Des Moines zone where it's cleared up to the Quad City line. It's DeBiser now, crosses red, dumps inside. That went in on the goal center, but we're going to have a whistle. As the Blues come in offside, while the face-off just outside the center circle. 12:01 left to play here in the third period. A 1-1 game here inside this Quad City Sports Center. Face-off won by the Oak Leafs. It's Cunnin back in his own zone. He'll send that one cross up to the far wall. It's tipped out front. It's Weaver. Gets it ahead for George. Over the line. Tries to make his way to the front of the net. It's pushed off the play. And the Blues able to clear back out to neutral ice where it's played back in by the Oak Leafs. DeBiser able to get a stick on it. Sends it back inside to the Des Moines zone. This will go for icing. And we'll have a face-off inside the Quad City zone. 11:43 left to play here in the third period. A 1-1 game. Face-off will be to the left of Festing Smith. It'll be Moran to take it for the Quad Cities, facing off against Weaver. Weaver wins this one over to the far side, where it's Dubé trying to handle it, but he loses it. And Geertz able to clear around the near wall. Weaver gets there, sends it back around the other side on the hard around on the far wall. It's Herberg. Loses that one, bouncing into the circle where Moran gets his stick on it. Not able to clear, though, as it's sent behind by George. Stegman will get there, takes a check from Weaver. Geertz joins in, clears it over the near wall, but it's picked up by George. Sends one in front, makes it all the way out to the blue line as it deflected from away. Now it's behind the net as the Oak Leafs tried to center. Unable to get it through, and as a result, Schmidt clears it inside the Des Moines zone. This one will go for icing once again with 11:06 left to play in the third, a 1-1 game. There's face-off. Face-off will be to the right of Smith. Won by the Blues. It's Teplicki over his own line, tries to get past the defender. He gets it poked away. As a result, the Oak Leafs back the other way. Over and across blue, it's Howard. Fires a shot in, saved by Festing Smith. Loose along the near wall. It's picked up by the Oak Leafs, where Beck tried to get across ice. And the dig man was knocked down. And Teplicki back the other way, loses it at the Des Moines blue line. The Oak Leafs back the other way as the DeBiser gets knocked down, as he got hit and knocked over by Digman. Puck along the far wall inside next to the Quad City bench as Richards tries to find a hit on Digman, misses him. And now Digman with a late shot on Teplicki, and we're going to have a delayed penalty here on the Oak Leafs. I would imagine both players going off, but I'm not sure. And it appears that they will not. It'll be Digman going by himself, an elbowing call. So the Quad City is getting the power play chance here with 10:22 left in the third period. Face-off will be to the right of Pyatt. Face-off won by Prygon rather, or it's Geertz. Cross for Hareberg, tries to send one in front, deflects wide. Heyman now sends it in front, makes it all the way to the far wall. Geertz collects, sends it across for Hareberg. Hareberg tried to hit Morris down low, deflects into the corner where Prygon will take up. Prygon makes his way behind the net, wraps it around, trying to bank it off the goaltender, deflects back behind the net, where it's cleared around to the far side. Geertz will send it behind after it's Prygon. Tried to send that one in front for Morris, just ahead of the stick, bounces to the line. Geertz with a shot wide. Heyman collects on the near wall, holding at the circle. And now we're going to have a delayed penalty here on the Quad Cities, as Morris will be headed off. This will even it up at 4 aside here with 1:26 left on the Des Moines penalty, after which they will get the power play. This face-off will be just outside the Des Moines line. It'll be Welser, joined by Calbert, DeBiser, and Richards. Welser wins this draw as Calbert over the line fires a shot into the chest of the goaltender, and he's able to hang on. Either way, the Blues will get a face-off deep inside the Des Moines zone. Again, we are 4-on-4 for the next 1:19, after which Des Moines will gain the power play. Face-off to be taken by Welser. He'll face off against Weaver. And Welser wins this one, controls in the slot, sends it down low for Calbert, shot and a save by Byatts. Up to the far wall, it's Welser. In the far corner, tied up for it. Calbert will join in, pokes it free. Calbert holding top of the far wall, sends it across the visor, shot wide of the net. It's Calbert on the far wall, lets it go to point Richards. Richards gets pushed over the blue line as well as the puck. It's back to the Quad City line. Weaver trying to get a piece of it. It's now a big collision at center ice. Welser gets knocked over by Dubé. Welser, I think, had his head down, didn't even know Dubé was coming. Richards from his own end sends it across for DeBiser. Makes his way through center ice. Bakes over the line, fires a shot, deflects off his skate. It's Clough now, leads it for Dubé. Dubé behind his own net, sends it up to the far wall. Prygon stops it at the blue line, sends it back down low. DeBiser not able to get it low. That's sent ahead for Weaver from the Oak Leafs. Either way, misses the pass, and this will go for icing. So 8:48 left in the third period, a 1-1 game. We are 4-on-4 for the next 26 seconds, after which the Des Moines Oak Leafs will go on a 5-on-4 power play. Last face-off is won by the Oak Leafs. It's played behind the net. There's Fager, sends it up to the near wall for George. George, head-man pass, up and over for Howard. Makes his way over the blue line, gets knocked away by Geertz. Goes over to the near far corner where it's Prygon. Sends it along to the near side where it's Manzara. Center George. George with a shot and a save by Smith. We'll line up for a draw here. This one to the right of Festing Smith. It'll be Welser facing off against Minard. Welser wins this one. It's tied up, top of the circle. Now sent down low, where Stegman collects behind his own net. Holds there, sends out to the far side for Teplicki. We do have a delayed Des Moines penalty as soon as they touch up, but it's Welser the other way, over the line. Deeps past the defender, but the second defender is there to collect, Manzara. And now we have some rough play as Welser took a hit. Welser's after Minard. Welser not happy about that one. Either way, Minard's headed off to the box. So 8:08 left in the third period, 1-1 game. And the Des Moines Oak Leafs have just lost their 5-on-4 power play by taking a penalty. It was Minard. And it's also going to be a 4-minute double minor. So Minard getting a 4-minute. A huge chance here for the Blues. After the 20 seconds, they will be full strength and get a 5-on-4. So they'll have 3:40 on their power play as soon as Morris returns to the ice. Again, a big game here inside the Quad City Sports Center on this Saturday night. The Quad City Blues trying to figure out how to defeat this Des Moines varsity squad who has not been defeated in regulation, although their junior varsity squad has just received their first loss of the season. So the varsity squad looking to complement their JV squad. Either way, face-off rather, won by the Oak Leafs. It's played in the center ice where it was George, lost it to Prygon. Prygon back the other way. He'll send that one inside the far wall where Coonan takes up, skating behind his own net. Loses it in the near corner. Prygon tries to take it up, and he will. Prygon makes it in the front of that shot, and a save by the netminder. Now we're going to have a penalty here, an interference call. This penalty will be on Heyman. So Heyman headed off to the box, rather. Face off just outside the Des Moines line is won by the Oak Leafs, but Morris is out of the box. Gets it on the far side, loses it. It's George. Sends it cross for Clough. Down the near side, sends that one inside the Quad City zone. This will go for icing. Again, both teams 4-on-4 right now. Of course, we'll be 4-on-4 for the next 149 because of the Quad City penalty. After which the Quad Cities will still get a power play because, of course, that 4-minute double minor to Minard. Face-off will be left of the goaltender. Welser takes it for the Quad Cities, loses this one. It's Clough back in the near corner. Looks to tip it out of his own zone. He makes it around one of the defenders, back to himself. Tried to headman it up to Digman, but he lost his feet at the Quad City line. As a result, it drifts inside the Quad City zone where it's picked up. Welser now, headman for Calbert. Calbert holds at the far wall. He's got Welser in front all alone. In on net, shot, and a glove save by Pyatt. What a chance for the Quad Cities. A glove save by Pyatt. He says, nope, we're going to keep this a 1-1 game. So we're still skating 4-on-4, a minute and 27 remaining on this 4-on-4 situation. Face-off is won by the Oak Leafs. It's Clough skating down the near wall, tips it out, where it's taken up by Stegman. Stegman dumps inside the zone. This one to the right of the cage. It's taken up by Coonan, puts on the brakes as he was pressured by Prygon. Carrying behind his own net, now pressured by Herberg, first to go the other way. He'll send a pass out along the far side wall. That one for Hammer, sent back behind the net where Clough will take up. Back to Hammer along the wall. Tried to get that one out center ice, looking for Belling. It's picked off by Stegman, but the Blues will come in offside. 6:46 left in the third, a 1-1 game here inside the Sports Center. This face-off will be taken by Prygon. He'll meet Hammer in the circle. This face-off is won by the Blues, where it's Stegman down the near side. Dumps it inside the Des Moines zone, but not too far as it was gloved down by Manzara. And the Capitals, or the Oak Leafs rather, looking to move back the other way. But it was Belling forced to dodge a check and loses the handle. It's Prygon in the near corner, sends it up the near wall, takes a check. The Blues still looking to move out. Pass along the far wall by Prygon, almost intercepted inside the slot. Either way, still makes it out to neutral ice. Collected by the Oak Leafs. It's Belling who takes up. Sends it in. This will go for icing. 6 minutes and 13 seconds left in this third period. 6:13. A 1-1 game. We still are 4-on-4 for the next 24 seconds. Welser to take the draw for the Quad Cities. Meets Weaver, wins this one. It's DeBiser. He'll send it down low. After it's Calbert on the carom. Makes it all the way out to the point for Richard. Sends that to the half wall where it's Welser. Takes a big check from Fager. There it's Welser, clears around to the near side for Calbert. Doing battle with Manzara. Manzara comes out with it, dodges a check from Welser. Manzara still with it, making his way down the far side. Des Moines is now short-handed as the Quad Cities returns to full strength. Puck inside the Quad City zone. It's tied up in the far corner. Now loose. As DeBiser with it, makes his way over the line, through center ice. Now dumps inside the Des Moines zone. Quad City's off for a change, getting this power play unit on the ice. Puck in the far corner. Teplicki takes a check from Kunin. Kunin holding behind his own net. Almost lost it to Heyman, but still with it. Kunin able to clear it the length of the ice. This one in on net. Stirred aside by Festing Smith. Leaves it for Stegman. Stegman clears it up to the near wall. Finds Heyman, who tried to tip it in center ice for Prygon. It's taken up by Dubé. Sends it back in his own zone for Kunin. Now cleared up to the Quad City line. It's Heyman with it. Gets it cross for Morris if he can get there. And he'll miss it, but Prygon's there to take up anyway. Prygon skating behind the net. Pressure taken off by Manzaro. Bounces out front. A shot by Morris and a save by Pyatt. What a save. Pyatt has been all over in this third period. 40 seconds left on the Quad City man advantage. 4:48 left in the last period of this game. Face off will be to the left of Pyatt. It'll be Welser as he faces off against Vogel. Vogel wins this one behind his net. Calberry gets there for the Quad Cities. Tips it over to Teplicki. Now sends it over to the near side for Welser. Welser holding there. Sends it behind is Teplicki. Centered that one in front. That one ahead of Calbert's stick. Hareberg plays it from the blue line. Down to near wall. It's Welser. Tried to send that one in front. Drifts all the way through. Welser sends it to the half wall. There's Teplicki. Makes his way around the net. Still holding. Now Hareberg. He'll send it to the blue line. Geertz fires a shot wide. Clough behind his own net, tried to clear off the skate of Teplicki. Bounces over to the near side where it's taken up by Welser. Welser tried to get that one in front off the skate of Vogel. Vogel able to backhand it over to the far wall. The Blues get it back down low as Des Moines returns to full strength. Welser behind the net, loses it to Vogel. Vogel from the near corner sends that one the length of the ice. And this will go for icing with 3:55 left to play in the third. A 1-1 game. Quad City Blues taking on the Des Moines Oak Leafs. Des Moines first in the league. Quad City third. Des Moines still undefeated this year. So the Quad City is looking to change that. Face-off, won by the Oak Leafs. It's played behind the net where it's Manzara. He'll send it over to Kunin in the far corner. Gets that one head man. Misfires on the pass. It's taken up by DeBiser. In center ice, fires that one in on net. Deflected behind, it's Kunin. He'll send it up to the near wall where Hammer trying to get it out. Forced to send it behind as he was pressured by Heyman. It's Kunin, pass along the far side wall. He'll find Belling on the pass. Belling dumps it inside the Blues zone after it's DeBiser on the Karen. Finds it in the near side, tries to send it out. It's kept in by Manzara. Fires a shot, saved by Smith. And he's able to get the save. We'll have a draw inside the Quad City zone. 3:20 left now. As face off to the right of the Blues goaltender. It'll be Moran for the Quad Cities taking the draw. Face off is won by the Blues where it's Geertz, clears it up, but it's deflected off the shin guard back to Geertz. He's forced to play it around to the far side where Hareberg gets his stick on it, tips it over to Moran, had trouble handling it. It's forced back to Stegman. They'll send it up for Hareberg. He stands up Kunin. As plays inside the Des Moines zone, Moran able to get it down low. Schmidt's after it, but Manzara's going to get there first. Schmidt now pressuring him. It's sent behind the net for Kunin. Kunin down to the near side for George. Geertz pushes him to the wall. And it's tied up. Moran joining the battle. And the Oak Leafs able to free it up. It's Kunin over to Weaver, a 3-on-2. Weaver's pass to Kunin. Had trouble getting that one off. Deflects off Kunin's skate. Either way, Dubé sends it inside the Quad City zone. Stegman clears around the near wall, but it's taken up by Dubé. Holding in the circle, fires a shot, and I believe the goaltender might have gotten a piece of it. It almost looked like it bounced off his helmet. Either way, it's Teplicki. Tried to get a headman to Calbert, going for that stretch pass, but it was broken up and played back inside the Quad City zone where it's Geertz. Clearing it up to the far wall for Teplicki. He tries to send it out. It doesn't get it past the blue line. Second attempt, the Blues will. It's Welser. In the center circle, deeks past one defender, in on net. Fire, scores! Welser gets his team on top. What a play. He split the defense and made it hit on net. and beats the goalie to the far side. Hyatt's glove has been hot all night, but on that play it was Welser who beat him glove side, and the Blues take the late 2-1 lead. What a play by Welser to get through those defensemen and get towards the net. 2:06 left in the game. The Blues on top, 2-1. It'll be Prygon taking the draw, loses it. It's Manzara, plays it up to the near wall. Where's DeBiser? He'll send it up for Morris over the line. Makes his way to the front of the net. Nice little deke, but loses it at the last second. Manzara from behind his own net, sends it over to the far wall. It's Belling. Tried to clear, not out. DeBiser with a shot wide of the net. Over on the near side, DeBiser sends it low, but it's intercepted. Now Morris will get it back. Morris loses it. DeBiser trying to hold the line, pops it up. Glove down by Manzara in his own end. Manzara sends it to the near side for Hammer. Gets a long cross-ice pass to Belling back inside the Quad City zone. Loses it. Hammond will take it up, sends it around the near wall. There's Morris rather. Gets it up to Prygon. He fires it from the blue line. In on net, deflected aside. Manzara sends it to the far wall. There it's taken up by Belling. Tries to get it ahead for Kunin. Not able to do much with it as he was surrounded. The Blues send it back inside the Des Moines zone. Manzara from behind his net hits Belling. Belling over his own blue line, loses as he was surrounded. Sent over to the near far side. 1 minute left in the game. The Blues on top by 1. Welser gets it over the line but loses it. Teplicki on the clearing attempt from Manzara. Back to Teplicki, but it's Calbert on the drop. Calbert not able to get towards the front of the net. Sends it over to the near side. Sent out to the point. There's Stegman. Whiffs on a shot, and now it's a 2-on-1 back the other way. It's Minard. But it's broken up by the Blues, but Trailer Dubat fires a shot, saved by Festing Smith. Another shot, another save by Smith. Now it's pushed over to the far side. Where's Teplicki? He'll get a head man for Calbert, who's not able to get a stick on it. Again, the Des Moines net minder is gone. Got that sixth attacker on the ice with 20 seconds left. Puck inside the Quad City zone. Where's DeBiser? But now we're going to have a whistle here as the Quad Cities will be assessed a penalty. It'll be Hemmen headed off to the box. 18 even left in the third. The Blues are on top 2-1. It looks like things could be evened up. Or perhaps not. It looked like Klopp was headed off, but he's not. So this will be a Des Moines power play, 18 even. Draw just outside the Quad City line. Prygon will take the face off, and now the Quad Cities wants to take a timeout. 18 seconds even left in the third. They're up by 1. The Oak Leafs trying to get back into this one, have pulled the goalie and will gain a power play chance as Hemmen headed off to the box. A big game here. The Blues looking to hold on for this one to get the victory. Des Moines has not seen a loss yet this year. Their JV squad lost their first game tonight against the Blues. Now the varsity squad looking to complement that win with one of their own. As the Blues have called a timeout, are discussing matters at their bench. 18 even left in the third. Again, the Des Moines Oak Leafs have just gotten a power play. It's Hemmen who's in the box for the Quad Cities. The face-off is just outside the Quad City line. So the Oak Leafs looking to win this draw, get it deep, and hopefully get some attempt at bringing it to the front of the net. Although Festing Smith has been hot in net tonight for the Blues. An interesting third period it's been. That goal from Welser beats Pyatt's glove side, and Pyatt's glove has been miraculous all night, but Welser found a way to beat it. As we line up and take this draw, in the last 18 seconds of this third period, it'll be Prygon facing off against Belling, but now the Oak Leafs are going to take a timeout. So the Oak Leafs take a timeout as they want to discuss matters at their bench. So we'll have another wait here Again, 18 seconds even in the third period. The Blues on top 2-1 off a Welser goal. An amazing goal it was as he split the defenseman and beat Pius to the glove side. Again, Pius has been hot on the glove all night, but Welser found the way to beat him. Des Moines does have a power play right now as Hemmond is in the box. As Des Moines has just called a timeout, trying to get their troops rallied is head coach Jeff Richer as they break from their own bench, about to get this one underway. Again, draw just outside the Quad City line along the near wall. It'll be Belling to take it for the Des Moines Oak Leafs, facing off against, I believe, Prygon. So 18 seconds left here in the third period. It's a 2-1 game in favor of the Blues. That late goal trying to beat this undefeated Des Moines team. Now Prygon wins a draw, takes a shot at the empty net, and misses it just wide. To collect behind his own net, it's George. He'll skate it up to the far side, 8 seconds left. Hits his man on a pass, and it's back the other way. It's Coonan in the near side, centered in front, deflected wide by the Blues defense, and now Des Moines scores, but the goal is waved off. The referee waves the goal off. The puck had deflected into the net, but the goal was pushed off the mount at the exact moment, and the referee calls it a no goal, only 0.7 left in the third. Now it looks like we're going to have a late here as the referee skates over to the circle, the referee's circle, discussing matters. Coonan for the Des Moines Oak Leafs says this should be a goal. DeBiser for the Quad Cities is in this meeting as well. And it has been officially called a no goal. So only 0.7 left on the clock. The goal has been waved off. So 2-1, the Blues are on top, and I don't think we're going to see any more time put on the clock. I believe things will stay as they are. The Des Moines Oak Leafs had the chance to tie it. The net was knocked off. The goal was called off. And that puts us to where we're at now. As matters are still being discussed in the referee's circle, I'm not sure what the delay is. Obviously, the Oak Leafs upset as they believe this should be a goal. Only 0.7 left in the third. The Oak Leafs coach seems to have dropped a few words here. Fans not happy as Coach Jeff Richer not being very sportsmanlike as he's kicked off. So now Jeff Richer for the Blue, or the Des Moines bench, is being kicked off the ice with only 0.7 left. And he's still throwing his arms up at the linesman as he skates him off the ice. And now players are getting into it in the referee circle, and they're separated by the linesman. What an ending to this game here inside the Quad City Sports Center. Only 0.7 seconds left. We've been delayed for probably a good 2 or 3 minutes. As the Des Moines Oak Leafs thought they had a goal, but the net was knocked off, and it was called a no goal. Only 0.7 left here in the third period. His face-off will be to the left of Festing Smith as players line up for the draw. Not that it matters much. As players lining up now, it'll be Welser to take it for the Quad Cities, meeting Belling. Face-off is dropped, and that's how this game will end, and now the players are going to drop. There's a scrap in front of the net, now on top of the circle, as now the Blues are off their bench. And the linesman quick to separate these guys. And that's how this game will win. Both Des Moines squads get their first loss of the season to the Quad City Blues. So the JV squad is complemented by a win from the varsity squad. Des Moines gets their first losses of the season here tonight against the Quad City Blues. So the linesmen were quick to separate that scrap at the end. And now we have some tussles in the lineup as we're shaking hands. It should be an interesting meeting when these two teams meet up again. You know, A team like Des Moines, who has been first place throughout this season, has not yet lost in regulation, will not be happy with the loss that they've taken here tonight. Thought they had the goal at the last closing seconds of the third period. The net was knocked off as they shot it in. The goal was called off, and the Quad City Blues get the win here tonight against the Des Moines Oak Leafs. And I'd like to thank all of you for listening. And again, this is Mike Reek, voice of the Quad City Junior Flames, bringing you all the play-by-play action as tonight your Quad City Blues have defeated the Des Moines Oak Leafs.